Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my subjects, welcome to another episode of Creative Engineering. I'm your king, Sir Vanilla Ice. Let's get started. Hey everyone, it's great to be here in another episode of Creative Engineering. We got some great news. I'd like to thank everyone, thank the new people who follow me on YouTube and the person who chose to become a member on the blog. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me for your support. And today we're going to, like I mentioned in the last episode, we're going to be setting up a donut factory. I mean, I could set up a chocolate factory. I decided to do the donut factory before the chocolate factory. Mainly because, well, it's easier to make chocolate donuts if you have the if you have the donuts ready made. So that's why I'm doing that change. I'm going to need some stuff to get started on the donuts, but let me get that all in place, and then when I'm ready for it, we'll continue on with we'll start building the donut factory together. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Well, folks, I'm back, and I've got the various components I need to set up this factory, this donut factory. I have no idea how I'm going to power it or where it's going to go, but I think it's going to fit right here. Yeah, that looks right. So this will be the wall. Then, oh, I should turn that off. Okay, the first thing I need to do is set up the flour producer. So I'll go right here. This will be simple, actually. No, I don't want it there. I want it on there. How am I going to do this? Like that, I guess. Now I need to put this other chute up there. I guess I gotta turn this. Now I gotta put a drawer up there. This is like only the first stage. Well, then the next one is turning the flour into dough. And I'm actually going to do this differently. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to need some more. I just realized I'm going to need some more depots. I'll put this temporarily like there. That. And then the depot. Then we're going to have the... Because way to get the donut is dough, and I'm doing this method of donut. Water plus flour equals dough. I think I can put the basin here, and I think it's what is that a mixer? I think, yeah, it's a mixer. So I put the mixer on there, then I'm gonna do... This doesn't need... This didn't need a... The water source block will go... Probably right... here with a pipe from the backpack. Vacuum pipe. Water pipe. There we go. Well, yeah, that's it. That'll give that water. And then the mixer will produce dough. I don't think I got dough in my thing, but I can take a look. I do have some dough. Okay, so I can use one of those as a filter. Excellent. Then, good. Which means I can go. I don't know where that dough is being produced though, so... Unless it's being produced down there, in a factory down there, I'd have to double check that. So I forget how I've set that up, Anyways, this will be producing dough. Oh, we're getting more shafts, but that's easy enough. Oh, and a barrel at the end. This will collect the, probably gonna need another... Ooh, wait a minute, I'm gonna need another barrel for the donuts. I just realized I'm gonna need another barrel for a certain type of donut. Oh, and I need shafts. Maybe I'll grab some shafts while I'm doing this. There we go. Put one shaft in there. I should do this like that. Then we'll swap. Do that for that. I'm going to remove this brick here, of course, because it was only temporary. And that'll also power up this, so I think I'll go like that. And we'll probably have a cog running over here somewhere to move the stuff from there into there. Then the next one will be the actual donut frying machine, which needs heat. But believe it or not, the apple syrup requires it too, and then the apple syrup is used to make apple pie. Ooh, could be used to make apple pie in a bakery, but I'm not planning to use it that way. The only one I want to do is the apple donut, which is simply twice as much as that. So I might have to set up a tank for that. But this is where the should I make the donuts first, or should I make the... Yeah, I'll make the donut line here, so I'll need another brick for this one. We're probably going to need more belts. Another... So I'll put the dough there. This, and then we do the blaze burn here. Yeah, I put it heat. That's to remind me. This is the donut making machine, and it's going to heat here. But it's also going to need heat from the other side as well. I'm going to put the other one on the apple sauce thingy on the other side. So this will be the donut producer though. And I think I'll have to do... Oh, wait a minute. I can't do the heat there. I'll have to do the heat underneath, I think, because... Or run the heat, the lava... Or run the lava over here, because... That has to be for, of course. Whoa. Might have to make some tanks to hold the apple syrup in. I'm actually tempted to start like getting this stuff like set up and running a bit, just so I can say I've done it. Okay, so the lava will have to come from crucibles. But the problem is I need to do the lava two ways. I need to pull the lava both to the left, put the lava both to the left and the right, so Oh, not there. I'm gonna need some soul sand. I forgot. I forgot I gotta set soul sand on fire to make the lava. I'm probably gonna make that one block higher. I need my flint and steel. There we go. There, that'll be producing the lava. We are going to need a drawer. I'll go there. That'll... Okay, of course. I need to do a downgrade for that. Of course, I need a downgrade on all these storage ones up front here. Because we don't want to, like, send out a ton of... Well, at the same time, I'm not going to be... I think I'm going to be manually doing some of this stuff. There we go. We're going to need another one of those downgrades. I totally forgot about that. B, item, cables. I don't know how the fluids are going to go. I'll grab a stack of cobble so I can lock that to cobble right now. Let me see, where's my key? Locking, there we go. Actually, so I didn't need my bag. Perfect. I should actually grab out a dough. And lock this other one to dough. I wonder if there's a flower in there. Let's take a look. Yes, there is. There's 71, in fact. Ooh. I think I'm producing flour for something else. So maybe I don't need... So maybe I don't need the millstone. I should go I should double check and make sure because if I need, because I'm producing flour somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that off camera, I think, so. I'm gonna go check my other factories to see where I'm producing flour. I think it was one of my more recent builds, like I think episode 51 or so, but let me go double check that, because if that's the case, I can just import the flour from the flour here, or I can even import the dough and make this factory a whole lot smaller and a whole lot more efficient. I mean, and use up other dough. So, yeah, I'll be right back. I might have to rethink this factory. So yeah, I went and took a look, and guess what? I am producing dough, and I'm producing flour and dough, so I don't need to do those things. So this can be a lot more easier, more refined factory, I gotta admit. I'm not pleased by that, but yeah. No, I don't need that. I'm gonna have to probably extend the cables and stuff over here to get this working, but basically I'm gonna have the dough export onto there and import and go into there, in which case the donuts will come out of there and go into there. It's a simple system, but I don't know why it wouldn't work, to be honest. I might have to set up a separate lava system, unless I can figure out a way of doing it safely. Take from there, place there, we'll go here. That'll work for that. One input, one output. It's just, because that's how you make a donut. You just put it into a heated basin. I think that's the only thing that happens in a basin with heat. As long as it's just dough in there. Yeah, you just get donuts. So that will produce donuts. And that's the cobblestone to lava to start that bit. And now I can put the andesite funnel on there. I'm not going to turn that around yet till it got that well connected. I want to set up the other blaze burner on this side, I think. So that's where, right here? I think right here is where I'm going to try. For the other heated burner. But this one's going to be producing a fluid. And I think because of this, I'm going to have an extra thing. Let's see, maybe I can run that around. Or underneath. Yeah, I can run that underneath, I think. Perfect. It should be able to handle 2 blaze burners. I don't see why not. this is going to be for the apples, for the apple stuff. So this is where the other, or two of these other depots are going to go. I might have an extra depot, I might not. And I need, I'll put dirt here, because this is where these are gonna go. They're downgraded, but they're just not, don't have stuff in them. I think this will be one that's constantly producing, although it's going to be sending to a tank over here, I think. Because this is going to be producing apple syrup. So it's going to need apples and sugar. So see, let's see here. Apple. And sugar. Probably have to probably be crafting more, but that's really not my bailiwick to decide that. This system should automatically craft more when I need more, because I'll be just setting up exporters with crafting as an option for them. Because this will be a press on there, and there'll be a pump here, I think. So I'm going to need a pump and a tank. I'm going to need some more stuff. I totally had forgotten about. Tell you the truth, I totally had forgotten about apple syrup and apple syrup donuts. Otherwise, I would have had a plan for those, believe you me. Okay, so I'll be back after I get the pump in the tank and the pipes needed for that. And then, well, honestly I should start making donuts, so maybe I'm also going to need a controller too for the storage area, actually, so I forgot about that. Yeah, storage controller. Not an access point, a controller. Because we'll want to store donuts and apple donuts over there. Or at least somewhere. Or maybe I can do it back over here, I don't know. Or, no, I do it back here, I think. So, do that, and we're going to need 2 drawers. One for donuts, one for apple donuts. I think for now I'm going to lock them. Looks like I'm going to have one extra downgrade that I don't need. So I can go boop, throw that in there. I'm also going to have 3 extra drawers I can throw in there. Because the apple syrup donuts are going to be easy. But like I said, I need a few more parts to get this done, and I'll be right, like I said, so let me get those parts, the tanks and stuff. Ooh, wait a minute, that was my at functional, almost lost my functional storage thingy. So yeah, I'm gonna need some tanks, like I said, and those will take a while to craft, but I want probably I want 36. That'll give me plenty of storage. 4x9 tank. 4x9. And we're going to need pipe. I don't want fluid pipe, no. I want regular pipe. Okay, so we need some more brass sheet first, so... Nope, I'll just craft 64. So yeah, like I said, I gotta wait for the stuff. So I'll come back when all this stuff's crafted up, and then we'll continue on making donuts. So as you can tell, I've set up the pipe and pump system here to ensure that, well, the apples stuff get there. And now I'm going to set up one more thing to make the apple syrup, to make those apple syrup donuts, which are, I think, going to be pretty simple to do, to be honest. We're going to need to do that. And this will be down because you don't need more than 64 donuts at a time, to be honest. The donuts are like a luxury food. You really don't need a lot of donuts. So I want to put that pipe pump where? I'll put the pump. There we go. There we go. Just to make sure that it's flowing correctly, I'll do that. Gonna need a cog on there. Now I just gotta set up the recipes to do everything correctly. And of course bring over the power, and then this should be operational. I say should because I don't know if it's gonna work 100%. I mean, I have a feeling it is, but yeah. I'm gonna do that next to set it up, and once all set up, I'll bring it back and show you how it's working. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got the donut factory done. It's all built. Let's go inside and I'll show you how it's done. As you can tell, I chose to make it make the donuts craftable, as well as the apple donuts down here. As you can, and this exports apples and sugar here, only as long as there's not a full stack of either one, and it will produces the apple syrup to put on those donuts. Fortunately, apples are kind of slow because, well, they're not guaranteed drop from the one botany pot that we have, which is oak leaves. And of course, it's the usual lava production facility to fuel the two blaze burners, because you need to have a heated blaze burner to make to turn dough into donuts or to make apple syrup. And well, of course I'm exporting cobblestone here, and well, and I also have as you can tell, I used polished cut calcite for the floor. I think it looks good. Plus we got 23,000, a little over 23 buckets of the apple syrup. And well, I used smooth stone slabs for the roof. Slabs way that I don't worry about the that trader spawning up there. And down here, we have a thing for donuts and a thing for the apple glaze, which we have 6. And that's all I have for this episode of Creative Engineering, folks. If you would like to continue watching more, if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, please do so that we get notified and hit that bell, be notified whenever I release a new video here. If you're on Rumble, please consider following the channel and, well, hitting the notification there so you're notified whenever I release a new video there. Of course, you can also sign up for email notifications on the blog and get notified there. Of course, if you're on the blog, the only way you can comment on my videos, which I encourage you to do so if you have any feedback for me on the blog, the way you can feedback is if you become a member, like the person who I said at the beginning, who I noticed at the beginning. They can now post comments on my posts there. So if you'd like to also be able to comment, consider joining the blog today. And if you really want me to continue making these awesome videos, please do consider becoming a knight or a duke on the blog. Knights and dukes get access to the paid stuff, and when there's enough of them in the community, they unlock certain perks, although they have to wait for the month for any new perks. You can find out more about that, of course, on the blog. I posted about that last Friday, so you need to check. You should on the recent video that I posted last Saturday. So if you haven't seen that video, please continue to do so. You'll learn more about my site, of course, and of course, well, I'll see you next time on the next episode of Creative Engineering. Until then, take care, God bless. I'll see you next time, my subjects. Goodbye.